All right, hello everyone. This is RavExel bringing to you Echo Fox versus TSM Week 7, Day 2 NALCS action. We're here in the summer split. Right now we have Echo Fox at 8 and 5, who are about to profile, and they're against a current TSM of 6 and 7. So just starting off the day, just want to say hello. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Echo Fox lineup. So uh, the big change happened in week 6. So in week 5, they were running a lineup of Huni, Dardoch, Damonte, and then as the bot lane, Altec and Feng. So that has now changed as Lost, who is an import, is now being played, and Smoothie, of course, coming over from C9. And this was between the week 5 and week 6. So we have the original two players from Spring Split, Huni and Dardoch, and Damonte's now come in into the summer split and has looked quite well. And we're having the brand new bot lane with Lost as AD carry, Smoothie as support, and Think Card as coach. So really, it's pretty amazing that they got Smoothie, probably since Afromu, the highest profile support to be kind of out there. And we'll just pause this 1 second, talk a little bit about the TSM lineup. We have the usual guys of Hauntzer in top lane, Bjergsen in mid, Zven and Mithy rounding out the AD carry and support position. And the new face this time in Summer Spliss is Grig. So he's taking over for the high flying, high action, and kind of a prone to make a lot of mistakes spring split jungler. And now he's being a much more solid, more team oriented, just kind of doing more warding and just playing a little bit less aggressive and just being there for team fights and objectives in Grig. So he's looked all right this split. He's probably the weakest link, but it's not his own fault that TSM is currently at 6 and 7 and out of a playoff spot. So there's plenty of responsibility to go around, and here we can go and start up the draft. We're going to see what the coaches have prepared. TSM have been running a lot of Ezreal Braum in the bot lane. So Zven and Mithy just been very, very consistent in playing that, and Grig very well could be playing like a Sejuani or a Gragas or some sort of tanky jungler. Bjergsen tends to play the higher damage, and Hauntzer has been playing a lot of GP, and just a variety of other champions as well. So we're gonna have to see. Huni, as you're seeing pictured in front of you, has really started to mix up his play, not going only top lane bruisers and hard carry champions. He has been diversifying his play pool, and he's got the man right there, Dardoch, who's carried many a game himself and still has the ability to do that. So it's not only on Huni's shoulders to go ahead and carry the game every time. Also, who's looked really good is Lost, the AD carry. He went ahead and put up a really big total of 12 kills and 3 assists in their game last week against CLG. So, or it was just this past, just this morning. This is the afternoon game. It was a yesterday's game. Smoothie also looked good. Went to 0, 3, and 14. So that was a big bot lane Echo Fox carry just yesterday when they went ahead and beat TSM. It was a very close game, but their new bot lane going ahead and putting the big numbers up, and really Echo Fox couldn't be happier with these new players coming up into the main lineup and being able to take not only a going even role, but actually winning the games so quickly after getting brought up. So don't know what the delay is. It's a little bit longer on the champion select. We're gonna see what is going to be said for the delay. It might just be some sort of sound issue or gameplay issue. And we're just going to go ahead and move a little bit forward. we're going to go see the draft. Echo Fox versus TSM. Echo Fox currently in second place. TSM just towards the middle of the standings. Not on the high side. So Echo Fox going right ahead and banning out Ezreal Braum. So taking the TSM bot lane out of their comfort zone. There's Zven smiling about how his bot lane is getting banned out. And then Tom Kench. So really targeting the bot lane. And we're going to see if Echo Fox's Lost and Smoothie are going to be able to potentially put some pressure or possibly able to get a farm lead or some sort of dragon lead up against the Zven Mithy duo. Taking out the Rakan for Smoothie, but still lots to choose from. Nocturne, a very aggressive pick for Dardoch, especially being first picked. Rengar would be equally aggressive. That's going to be picked up in the jungle. But Zoe first pick priority has been quite frequent in the last couple of weeks. Many teams valuing her poke and burst potential in mid lane. The Kindred would be a pretty good counter against the Nocturne because the Nocturne is going to go ahead and ult onto somebody, and then if you as Kindred can pick the right target and go towards them, you can prevent Nocturne from blowing anybody up with the Kindred ultimate. Fox just might go ahead and pick their bot lane here. Pretty standard. The poke CC chain of Varus and Morgana. And without a Tom Kench, the Morgana pick is sure to be of more use than against a Tom Kench. This when you land the bind and Kench can devour the enemy target, so nice to get that out of the way. And they had that in mind. That's why they went ahead and banned the TSM bot lane. But Zven going aggressive, picking up the Lucian. Be saying to the Morgana that he can dodge her bind. Make sure to be in the firing zone of Varus, putting out increased output, and won't get CC'd in the process. Well, he'll have a decent chance before 6, but when Varus gets his ultimate and almost guarantee CC, might not be enough. Zven wasn't called best in the West for any reason, and that wasn't just over a split or two. That was over multiple years. Bans going for TSM. It's the Rumble ban targeted towards Huni. We saw him play that in week 6. Did fairly well. Also the Kennen, which is another Huni ban, targeting his champion pool and who he can pick a top lane carry with. Echo Fox doing a third support in Nami, joining the 2 tank supports I already banned against Mithy, and then the Jace, which is a special pick of Hauntzer's. The Alistar could see Zven take something like a... Oh, he already has the Lucian, but the top lane pick, it's going to be Hauntzer getting a counter pick onto Huni. Huni can really play just about anything here. Of course, they could use a little bit of tank, so that would be my first idea, would be for him to just let Dardoch carry on Nocturne and let Lost do some damage on Varus. The Nara here would be a good balance picks where you can do damage, split push, and tanks. So really filling out the team very nicely is Huni. A little bit worried about Damonte playing Syndra. Just because Bjergsen can do it doesn't mean everyone can. Mundo would be very difficult to play in this scenario. Cho'Gath much easier. Cho'Gath can still farm. Mundo can if he's under turret, but a little bit difficult if he's outside in the lane. So there we have it. Top lane matchup, slightly favorable for Huni, but not very, very much. Jungle, it's going to be anybody's guess, but they're both very aggressive early tempo junglers. So we're going to see if Dardoch or Grig is going to get the early lead. Both the burst mids here in mid lane, but just overall, Bjergsen is just a much better player. Damonte is having a good season. Bot lane, the Varus Morgana is what the Echo Fox wanted to do, and I don't think that TSM is going to be too happy with the Lucian Alistar, but they did pick that in response, whereas they did get a counter pick in top lane and chose the Cho'Gath. So we're going to see if top lane can at least stay even, and we're going to see how one-sided this bot lane is going to be. Frankly, pretty excited to see the Lucian out there from Zven. Maybe trying to put some damage, get some kills. Definitely not normally trying to scale as a Lucian. Wanting to pack up those kills, win the lane. I want to see how Smoothie pilots this Morgana. He's had lots of experience. Last season was considered one of the best supports in the league. Was in the conversation with Aframu, though it seemed like the league favored Aframu and won the MVP of the split. But Smoothie was right in that conversation, especially in the first half. That was the last season. Smoothie was not getting play time on C9, not consistently. But Echo Fox was more than happy to welcome them to their team. Definitely an upgrade over Fang. And then before that, Apollo and Hakuo. Well, I think they're going to be very happy with this lost Smoothie bot lane. Only question mark on Echo Fox's team is the mid and how the bot lane is going to be synergizing. So far, so good, but we're going to have to see if they keep it up. Little early damage. Hauntzer towards Huni. Huni not going to go back. Has the Doran's blade, so we'll be able to lifesteal. Going to want to stay aggressive in this lane, do some early damage. Make Hauntzer regret stepping up. Hauntzer pushing the lane in. So is Bjergsen. Good damage here by Hauntzer. He's also got minions on his team. Dardoch picking up the level 2 with that Scuttle Crab. Could have decided to win top lane, but Grig would have been right there to match him. Now Grig's going to take the gank opportunity, seeing Gnar in Mega form. Probably should go now, but while he's slow and can't jump away, but we'll see if... Oh, chose the right time, went up, is getting the red buff prop onto Huni. It looks like it's going to be flashes out, and Grig's going to pick up that kill from Hauntzer. And no flashes gone there. Huni going to decide to keep his, going to teleport right back into lane. But in doing so, also Grig gets to keep his for his next gank. If he's going to need to follow someone up for some damage. But picking up that early kill, and he's going to most certainly get the next upgrade on his jungle item. Let's see what he does with this gold. He's going to have at least 800 gold. Gets that upgrade with a control ward. Very nice. Now I was going to start focusing on the bot side of the map. It is an Infernal Dragon, first one up. And with this early jungle kill, Kindred might feel confident in getting it pre 7 minutes, which would be kind of the normal, would be around the 7-minute mark. But see if they feel a little bit saucy. Dardoch with a level up on Grig. Grig protecting the double buffs, does not want to go in and lose those. Bot lane of Echo Fox losing out on XP, so deciding to go back. Grig feels it's safe to start farming out the rest of his jungle, did not lose anything. Nocturne going to clear his bot side. Just about to go ahead and hit that red. Kindred's going to head over to his blue side. Successfully pushed in. Damonte pushes in Bjergsen. Got a 10 CS lead. That's going to narrow as Bjergsen farms underneath turret. Looks like Syndra is going to help out. No, okay. I thought Syndra was going to help out a Nocturne, but just faking the back a little bit. Bot lane's going in the Varus Morgana's favor. Zven looking to pick up the level 4 so that he's not at a level disadvantage. Huni having trouble picking a few of these up. Picks up that one, and we'll be able to get the rest of these. Even farm with the Shogath. And Grig picking it up with the flash. With the smite, I mean. Very impressive that Grig's been able to impose his will onto Dardoch. Very impressive on the young rookie. Seven CS down is Zven from Lost. Mithy did go with a minion dematerializer, currently 1 charge used. Looks like a dive on the top lane. Huni's feeling it and has already started to move back. He's got vision. He sees Grig onto his ward. He's going to trade damage with him. Bjergsen went back to mid lane. Did not want to hang around top too much if they weren't going to for sure dive. And choosing the more passive option of the two. Also going to give Hauntzer a chance to buy some items, possibly some more armor, and finishing the Glacial Shroud. Nice hodgepodge of items for Cho'Gath, making sure that he's both agile and tanky. Nar should be able to complete a couple of parts of his Bilgewater Cutlass. He might also choose to upgrade the boots. Going defensive, the Null Magic Mantle. Did not see that coming. I would have thought it would be a longsword. Gold is even at this point. Monte's got a slight CS lead over Bjergsen. Monte going ahead and putting that deep vision. See if they can spot Kindred out. And they just got vision of Kindred. No pings go out though. Hauntzer not taking that much damage from Huni. Bot lane is stabilized. Lucian's been going about even farm with Lost. Lost just hit 6. Had a chance for the flash ultimate, decided not to. Zven was looking for it. He also had flash up. Very aptly, Bjergsen able to get that CS. Deciding not to push another wave. He's going to go back and buy. We'll see if he decides to do the boots upgrade, and he does. With a blasting wand. 3 biscuits coming in. Going to be more than enough sustain until he can start building up some items. Still, first blood on Grig. Did not go for an early dragon. Just keeping CS up with Dardoch. Soon is going to be the 10-minute mark with no dragon attention, just trading of vision. TSM could have used this opportunity with mid getting pushed in to go ahead and try for it, but without having the bot lane pushing, it's going to be awfully difficult and potentially taxing not getting this CS, but bot lane is going to fall, but TSM was aware of that and has sent Mithy elsewhere. Because Mithy is on the other side of the map, Echo Fox should be able to take this dragon without a fight. Boots of mobility for Alistar, trying to move around, get vision, and make a play. But while they do that, Echo Fox lands the first Infernal Dragon. Hauntzer doing the dive, getting right onto Huni, 1 shot away. Would just like to push this wave in and then back. Grig sees that the top lane is pushed. Not going to try counter jungling unless it's for a mark. And it's not. Mithy has been spotted. But Echo Fox, the one's engaging on just, it's a 3-on-2, but that's quickly changing with the teleports coming in. 4-on-4, TSM is falling back because Grig is awfully low life. Mithy has the ultimate on, is going to be able to take all kinds of hits. And Echo Fox choosing not to put everything onto the support, and Mithy being able to get away. Rift Herald would be quite the prize. We're going to see if they're going to decide to use it top lane or mid lane. But it will be to extend the turret lead. And with 2 turrets to none, they'll have the gold lead despite not having any kills. Bjergsen just down a little bit of CS, but not too much. Biggest CS differential is in the jungle, with Dardoch getting up ahead of Grig, but gold, it should be pretty close. And with that gold going over to Kindred, Kindred should have more. Mithy going ahead and making the play, Zven following up with the damage. Wasn't just Zven though, Bjergsen got a little piece of that as well. Fox getting some good tower damage. Very correctly predicted that they did not have enough to finish the turret before Zven and Mithy were to come up. They successfully got the bot lane turret. Now they're going to attempt to get the top lane turret as well. Ward discovered. Kindred will have to kill that if he wants to gank. Fine going down. Mithy going in with the engage. It's a 3-on-2. They're trying to go on a Smoothie. Just being able to get it, and the damage reduction from Mithy is just enough to be able to not die. Whereas the bot lane of Echo Fox is not so lucky. This is going to crash waves onto the top turret and allow some very pivotal buys going over for TSM now at 5-0. Here you're going to see enough damage is going to go towards Mithy. Mithy deciding not to use the ultimate right away, and because of that, taking another quarter of damage. And good ultimate by Zven. He did not have the mana to follow that up if he were not finished. And there was a picture of Grig, just seeing how he's 4-0 up and the big difference in this game. Good on him. Very close for being able to get it, but Cho'Gath's coming in. He's got the speed, being able to get the silence into the Nocturne, and another kill headed over for Grig. This next buy is going to be very impressive for the TSM jungler. Have a Mountain Dragon up in 1 minute and 20 seconds. Red buff will have to be a minimum. You have the jungler down. Grig picking that up. Bjergsen deciding to get a little bit saucy, poking Damonte under turret. Jungle is now even between the two junglers in CS and way over for kills for TSM. Zven getting some damage, but not wanting to stick around too long. Mithy making sure that his AD carry can get out. Three-man dive onto the top laner. Cho'Gath does not have enough tools in his arsenal to be able to deal with that. Just picking up the Righteous Glory, so first item complete for the Cho'Gath. Hauntzer 0-1, but way up in CS, 40 to be exact. Definitely still in this game, but we're going to see what Echo Fox is going to do with this kill. Because mid and bot is pushed in, there's really not much Echo Fox can do, but leave Flost in the top lane and trade turrets. Here, TSM doesn't just want a turret, they want to kill. Huni having to back off with the Ignite ticking away on him. Bottom lane and Dragon for a tier 2 is worth it for TSM, so they're going to take that trade and be pretty thankful for it. Damonte just being able to save that CS from Bjergsen. Going to go ahead and keep his lead because of it. Current lead is at 18. But big lead over for Hauntzer. That's where the big difference is. 50 CS. And it looks like the counter pick that TSM picked, the Cho'Gath into the Gnar, was the correct one. So that was chosen with everything being visible. Last pick, Cho'Gath, turning out to be the difference maker, as well as this Kindred counter pick to Nocturne. Hasn't needed to use the ultimate too much, but has been able to get a lead onto Dardoch and is now making it grow. Zven pushing yet another way to turret. 0-0 and 3 for both bot laners. Grig is going to keep taking these buffs, well, these red buff, as he is carrying. That damage and slow proc, very useful. Should be able to help clear this ward out. And they're going to retake vision of the Baron side river. Grig fairly certain about their control. Echo Fox pushing to mid lane. They most certainly going to be able to get this. Be their third tower, fourth tower. Now 3 up over TSM, even in gold. Despite TSM being 6-1 in kills, the 4 towers of Echo Fox to 1 of TSM is what's caught them up and even in this game. Looks like a dive set up. Grig not just wanting damage on the turret, but wants a kill as well. Looks like Damonte is committed just enough. Grig's going in with the damage. He still has the red buff. He gets ulted, gets the Winter's Bite off just in time. Is going to let him live for a little bit, but is it going to be enough? He flashes out, just barely enough. Gnar being able to pick that up. Cho'Gath still taking all kinds of damage. Gnar, a second double kill. Now, Echo Fox is not done picking up Zven on the backside of that. 3 kills over for Echo Fox, and that's compared to TSM's 1. So Echo Fox going ahead and taking a lead in this game with a 3-for-1 trade. Only the jungler, who's falling ever farther behind to Kindred, is Dardoch. 3 deaths. Excellent use of the ult, just being barely able to keep him alive. But it's not going to be enough as Echo Fox just has a little bit too much damage and that turret who's continually helping them. Good decision to move up towards Zven, finish off that kill. Echo Fox is going to look to push waves, get some vision. A little too early for Baron, but they can push the waves and get the game set up for this next dragon fight. Pick into a tower would also be good for Echo Fox. Still have 2 outers. Mithy charging forward. Looks like they're looking for an engage. They're hiding in control wards, but Echo Fox is not going to face check. Here's the engage. Dardoch using the ult, unfortunately, for nothing. Meanwhile, Damonte is split pushing top wave. A little bit unusual with the Syndra, especially with cleanse. They're sending Lucian to engage. Same with Kindred. Monte is fortunate to get out, but pulled out at the right time. Fox does have some priority in mid, and that's going to now allow Huni to pick up the dragon. Fruit's going to allow Huni to keep split pushing. Should be able to lifesteal the rest of that health bar. Currently, Hauntzer is in mid lane. No one is to answer. Echo Fox doing a 1-3-1. It looks like they're in a bad position in middle. TSM is going to go engage on them. Smoothie deciding to put the shield onto his teammate, but then TSM correctly headbutting and pulverizing the defenseless Morgana. That's going to allow pushing towards the Baron, but they're very careful not to start it. Just fighting for vision, just getting control of the river. Not wanting to fight Huni. Grig is going to want to try to get this red buff. And using it to good advantage. Blood Razor, Black Cleaver. Quicksilver Sash for defense. Both teams are not the greatest scalers. Looking to win mid-game team fights. Looking for the Smoothie engage, or potentially lost if he's feeling extra aggressive. Lost, it'll help a lot when he has his flashes back up. Still going to need about 3 minutes on that one. Being very, very cautious, not wanting to get caught. Looks like Hauntzer's at around 6 or 7 stacks. Probably use a couple of champion or epic monster kills. Grig deciding to use a smite there. It's got another one up in about 10 seconds. Very, very small gold league for Echo Fox, but it's pretty much negligible. Slightly positive, better fighting dragons for Echo Fox, but TSM has got the objective dragon. Echo Fox really needs to find this pick. TSM needs to stay together and counter engage when engaged upon. Good bind there. Getting Grig down to about half health is a good start to things. He's going to try to lifesteal and will be successful in doing so. But there's for a second where TSM could not fight because of the damage onto their hard carry Grig. Damonte taking over that blue. Dive going onto the Cho'Gath. Hauntzer's going to try to stay alive, but it's just too much damage. Dardoch and Huni doing all kinds of damage. Followed up by Damonte, picking up the kill. 2-0-2. Coming up big. No deaths against a Bjergsen lane, especially with the extremely strong Zoe, who's been first picked all across the league. Now Mithy, they have the Mountain Dragon. They're going to go ahead and burst this off. They're going to attempt to lock it down. Smite going over for Kindred. But support being knocked out in Mithy. TSM's going to try to get away with as many Barons as possible. Bjergsen is in a lot of trouble. He's going to try to get a little bit of damage onto Lost, possibly get a kill, but he knows he's dead at this point. It's just going to try to survive as long as possible. Not able to do anything there. Even with the flash, couldn't get anything done. But do have Grig, who's been very good this year at getting Baron steals and securing objectives. So once again he picks up another one. Not really much Bjergsen can do. Engage here from Huni, but there's just Grig taking the dragons, so Huni jumping into the dragon pit was more than enough to knock Griggs out of there. Second Infernal going over to Echo Fox. And for the ability of being able to burst out one champion, this Wind Dragon and Double Infernal would be exactly what the Doctor ordered. Damage and speed. Looks like Damonte is being caught out of position. Grig almost got bursted out. A little bit of a miss by Mithy. Hauntzer is going to be trying to get the knock up, and having to stopwatch is Bjergsen using it, but thankfully the mistake by Mithy is not capitalized on by Echo Fox, and TSM still being able to pick up the kill and push the turret. Big minion wave on top lane. A little bit of a fake out by Dardoch using the ultimate there, thinking that he was going to dive in, but he had never any intention of doing that, just wanted to freak it out. Smoothie actually targeting that cannon minion. Gets it. Not going to be able to protect the turret, though. And with Hauntzer going back to bot lane, being able to stop Huni from knocking down their inhibitor. So a very positive trade for TSM. Getting the inhibitor and protecting your own. Echo Fox has got 3 targets. Kindred, Zoe, and Lucian. Got to be able to land a CC and follow-up damage on at least one of them. And if it's around the Kindred, then be ready to change targets. But Kindred picking up the Guardian Angel, and you really only see that if Kindreds are really far ahead, and this one most certainly is. Double life preserving. 1 ultimate, 1 item. Pretty much says he's got enough damage, enough attack speed. He's got that anti-CC item, a little bit of armor. Wants to be able to stay in the fight. This is a good engage onto Zoe. Dardoch choosing the right target. Zoe way out of position. I don't know what Bjergsen was thinking. Probably looking for a target himself, but being pushed out that far, it's enough for Echo Fox to knock TSM away from pressuring their base. All they can really do is push waves, clear out the jungle camps, and start establishing vision. They're going to have to deal with that top wave. Here, Bjergsen getting some damage onto Smoothie. Big damage from Lost. Landing that Q. Alright, Echo Fox went and rebought items. They're at full gold efficiency. Interesting staggering of the neutral objectives, with Baron being 7 seconds ahead of Elder. With how the dragons have went, Echo Fox trading an Elder Dragon for a Baron would not be the worst thing to happen. With that 2 Infernal and Wind Dragon and being buffed by the Elder with the Elder proc, the Elder True damage, we think it would be enough to go ahead and force that bot lane inhibitor. Echo Fox deciding to do some damage, but then Huni jumping over the wall, Dardoch ulting in, and then having to burn flash just to get out of there. This is a very sorry engage from Echo Fox and being countered by TSM. Very fortunate to get at least 1 kill. Make that 2 kills traded. It was a 2 for 2 trade. Echo Fox very fortunate that it was not in their disadvantage. Everyone's racing over towards Baron. Seems like neither team wants to initiate that sort of steal. Echo Fox had a better chance at this if Huni had stayed in the engage, or if Dardoch just never came in. Smoothie getting the CC on the Mithy. Mithy having to use his ult. Unfortunately, Echo Fox doing all kinds of damage towards Mithy, and really knocking him out is not nearly as valuable as, let's say, knocking Huni out. Baron being started by TSM. They do have the Mountain Dragon. Echo Fox would like to fight with the Baron helping them out. They're a little bit late on this fight, but they are going to try to clean up. 1 kill over for Dardoch, who's now in the Lamb's Bite. Grig just almost getting out, but having the GA is what he bought it for. Just being able to get out. TSM's going to take that as an overall win, only losing Hauntzer, their top laner, and picking up the Baron. Echo Fox should look to try to push a wave or 2 and then head towards Elder Dragon. Dardoch went straight onto Cho'Gath. Grig surviving just long enough, but Damonte finishing up. No GA on Grig right now. Jungler nowhere in sight. TSM's going to get this one for free. Grig landing the smite. They're going to head towards bot lane. They could decide to push up through bot lane. Huni deciding to push mid right in Hauntzer's face. Not much Hauntzer can do before that tower's going down. Huni's going to attempt to do some damage, but Hauntzer is full tank, including the Thornmail and Warmogs. Gold is very even. Neither team taking too much more than a 2,000 gold lead. As you can see, Echo Fox has had the lead for more time in a game, whereas TSM has had the biggest lead at 2,100. They're at about the 10-minute mark. Echo Fox seems content to let this one go, not wanting this game to be decided on a final fight. They did have a 4-on-4 there, but decided not to take it. They had already lost the objective. Still another item or two for some of these players. Just going ahead and picking up whatever jungle and scuttle has now appeared. Hauntzer is now with the team. He's looking to engage. He ruptures this. He gets the single hit. Black shield is down. Rupture is up a good 10 seconds before that black shield is. But some answer has to be said for Huni, who's now split pushing bottom wave. He could look to go ahead and get that inhibitor. The team did ping. You have one back. Just the Kindred. Now the Alistar, and soon the Zoe. So they're just able to get back in time. TSM would love to get these waves pushing a little bit outside of their zone. Here's Hauntzer's calling for people on bot lane. Fears he might be dove. Would like to get his team to help him push that out. There's Huni. Now knows that Grig is behind him. Gonna go ahead behind Hauntzer. Immediately, Nocturne comes in, gets all kinds of damage onto the Cho'Gath, and he's not going to be able to live very long. With Grig trying to follow up, but Hauntzer dying before that could happen. Only 200 gold separates these teams. Echo Fox has been able to get more pressure on the map than TSM. It is Echo Fox who have no bot lane inhibitor. Takes a little bit longer for Huni to push those waves, but as you can see, it's still happening. Lucian going to continue pushing. Be a little bit dangerous to show Kindred on the bottom. Lucian quickly pushes that in, and now is going to head towards the Baron, which is up in 35 seconds. TP is up for Gnar. As Huni's going to look to push one more wave before heading. He's going to stay in the bush. Thinking about what to do. Syndra's going to back. TSM does have the inside position. Could be deciding to put some pressure on mid. They're going to get that turret quite easily, and potentially the inhibitor. Very important push there from TSM. Echo Fox is going to try to get some damage. They're going to get the Cho'Gath. Not going to CC onto him, but he is very, very large. But who's not so large is Zoe. getting inside the damage. And now Echo Fox has already got a 2-0, 5-on-3. Dardoch's going in with the black shield. He's going to get the damage onto Grig. Grig is falling back. And in the meantime, Echo Fox is pushing. There's nothing that TSM is going to be able to do. Lucian went ahead and teleported, but not enough. And Echo Fox with a nice bit of damage starting onto the Cho'Gath, but then being able to tie up the Zoe as well with that burst. And with that 5-on-3, and then engage from Dardoch with the black shield, and Huni being able to push that wave in. Those towers were not going to last very long, and TSM with just 5-on-3 is not able to get any one of those 3 back in time, with Lucian attempting to do so with the teleport, but falling just a little bit behind. And that's the second time in as many weeks that TSM has lost to people pushing against them and being able to come in through a lane, knock down multiple turrets, and finish the game before they have any say about it. So definitely a hole in TSM's game that FlyQuest earlier on and now Echo Fox have been able to exploit. So this puts Echo Fox now at 9 wins, 5 losses, clearly in second place with TL in first, and TSM with 6 wins, 8 losses, not out of the playoff picture yet, but things are now fairly precarious. And here we have Ovely with Huni, and we're going to see what they have to say.
You were doing?
I mean, I killed the Nexus.
You killed the Nexus, and it looked like you were doing secret undercover in bot lane bushes, and you were split pushing the whole time. Was that your game plan?
Yeah, obviously. If you see the my item build past 2, it was fully attack speed. My AD was 350. You know, the Nair was doing. That was my best that I can do, I think. And because enemy team was 5 versus 5 was really strong compared to our draft, and then that's how I realized, oh, this is I really need to play for really split pusher with a Nocturne, and then that's how it worked.
And before the cameras came on, you basically said that you weren't too happy with this game. So where do you think you guys could have improved?
Yeah, early game was really tough because our macro was pretty bad, and also our draft was pretty not really clear actually before we actually start the game. So I think probably one thing that we could have just make clear draft, and second, I think macro was could have been better, and then our early game would have been way clear, and then we would have just finished the same way, which is split pushers.
Anything you want to say to your team after that game?
Well done.
Well done. Same to you. And for more on the game, let's hear from the State Farm Analyst Desk.
And there, Ovely and Huni talking about the importance of the split push. And Huni was definitely doing that to his team's advantage, causing a whole lot of havoc and able to push in a lot of turrets and eventually the game with his split push. So that was Huni and Ovely. I'm RavExel, casting the Echo Fox win over TSM, with Echo Fox now once again near the top of the standings, and TSM floundering to possibly not make playoffs. Thank you once again. See you around.